Welcome to my kitchen. Today's theme is the spice cupboard, or actually something you'll find in your spice cupboard, or if you can't find it, hopefully you'll be able to find it in the store. And it is nutmeg, the beauty of nutmeg, scientifically called Myristica fragrans. This is the seed of the nutmeg tree. This is an incredible gift. It comes from the Banda Islands. The native range is the Banda Islands in Indonesia. It does now grow in the Caribbean and other moist tropical bottomlands. So this treasure, this jewel, originated from what were the Spice Islands. That was the nickname for these islands, the Bandas. So what's amazing about nutmeg? Let's talk about its virtues. You know, what's so significant? Why were wars fought over these spices? And nutmeg, let's see. Actually, what I'd love for you to do is get a nutmeg. This is the nutmeg seed. And I'd love for you to grate a little bit of it so that you can actually experience the flavor profile, the therapeutics, the energetics. So we just take the nutmeg seed, this nutmeg, which is what you would plant to create a whole nutmeg tree, by the way. But we've just grated a little bit of it. This is just a teeny little nutmeg. It's actually just a little grater. We just always use it for nutmeg. It's our nutmeg grinder, but it's just a little grater. And so let's talk about the qualities, the flavor, the therapeutics of nutmeg. What's going on here? And if you put a little bit into your mouth and taste it, it's a highly aromatic, perfumey, very vibrant spice here. That's what's going on. It's got a lot of stimulating, opening, warming, and cooling qualities to it. It is used for digestive support, so it's going to help us digest our food. It's also considered heart opening and relaxing. It's a hypotensive, so that means it's going to bring down blood pressure. It's bitter. It's astringent. You're going to get all these qualities. So let's just remember we have in our midst, nutmeg is a flavoring. It's a food. It's something we sprinkle about to bring that beautiful aromatic flavor, but it's also used for carminative action to help us digest our food. It's also used to help us relax, to help us sleep better. It's actually an aphrodisiac, so it has history of use as an aphrodisiac. So it's got all of these properties, but at the same time, it's really used in pinches in small amounts in food. So we can grate it just as we showed, just as I did a moment ago, we grate that right into dishes, and it can be used in desserts. It can be used in beverages. It can be used with grains, with beans, with cream or coconut sauces and stews and things like that. It's very versatile, but it's potent. And so let's talk about dosage. So if you want to get into using nutmeg therapeutically, you're going to use it in small amounts still. You would never eat this whole nutmeg seed. This is way too potent. So let's just also check out the phytochemicals inside of these spices like nutmeg and other things in our cupboards like cinnamon and thyme. We're never eating those in huge handfuls. We're always pinching them into our foods because they have a huge phytochemistry load that can be overwhelming and actually toxic to our bodies. So we do not want to be over consuming things like nutmeg. So the dosage is about 1/4 teaspoon in my opinion, which is 1/2 gram by weight. And so you would grate it up and flatten your teaspoon level with your nutmeg powder, boil some water, stir it in, and drink that. And that would be a therapeutic dose. You could increase that amount to maybe 1 full teaspoon. That's a lot. Some herbalists do use that amount. I am more of the 1/2 to 1/4 teaspoon dose. And again, it's really about helping you relax, helping you digest your food, encouraging healthy sleep, perhaps bringing on some healthy libido activity. So nutmeg. What else to say? If you consume too much of it, those phytochemicals in there are nasty business and will make you feel sick, will bring on nausea, headaches, nervous system stuff, maybe even some organ damage. So do not mess with eating too much of nutmeg. And at the same time, I encourage you to sprinkle into your food, to play around with it, to really garnish your flavor profile, really up your palate. I love nutmeg, and it's also beautiful in just warmed milk. It can be almond milk or good raw whole milk. And then you would just grate that in, put a 1/4 teaspoon into that warmed milk and sip that before you go to bed. There's a note here about therapeutics. If you're trying to encourage sleep, you might choose to drink that cup of warm milk maybe 2 or 3 hours before you go to sleep, and maybe you might repeat that dose, because nutmeg, some herbalists say, take 2 to 5 hours to kick in. But still, you can just put this nutmeg into your food to increase digestive fire, to increase digestive function, to bring on a more relaxed and open-hearted state. And so, may nutmeg be part of your reality. Oh, before I let you go, I prefer that you check in with the whole nutmeg seed and you're not using pre-ground nutmeg, because you don't know when it was ground. And so remember, when you grind or you break plant material into small particles, you are oxidizing it and then you lose flavor, which means you lose therapeutics. So always you're looking for these whole nutmeg seeds that then you're going to fresh grind as you go. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this and you would like more, check out my online course, Wild Food Health Boosters and Herbal Remedies, at wildfoodhealthboosters.com. See you next time.